Hi there, once again on Google Cloud. Right here we're going to create a cluster called IO. It's gonna take more or less 5 minutes. Another shell, another tab. Sorry, I will clone a repository. From the bucket. Cloning out things. It's going to take around 5 minutes, as I said. Okay, let's go into this folder. Orchestrate with Kubernetes. Cool. And away to the cluster being done, created. So we're gonna need to wait a little bit. It's created. Let's connect into the cluster. Running Cloud Shell. I can execute these commands. I will use only one shell. Now we're going to create, nginx deployment workloads. It's being created. Number of pods, container creating. And I want to expose this deployment as a load balancer. Once this is going to have an external IP address on the party 80. Once it's done, we can also get it from the get services. We're going to have an external IP address. Green. Not yet. Okay, it's going to be done in fill. Once it's done, we can curl it. In Nginx web server, so can okay, that's the deployment of any Nginx server. So we're going to be talking about pods. In case of what is a pod, minimal instance of a running process. So right here we are going to this folder. Okay, there's a monolith YAML. And what we do, we're going to create this pod. Let's run kubectl get pods and double check on workloads. I want to describe this pod. This is the all info about it. And Kubernetes make it easy to create pods by describing them in configuration files, and easy to view information about them when they are running. I'm going to run this command. I'm going to forward that. And now I'm going to run in this command, in this under tab, the cur for the other forward monolith. Alright? It's what I'm doing. Okay, cool. I want to cur with secure. We failed authentication. Now I'm going to cur as login. Okay, perfect. That's what I expected. Then what we do now, user can leave it. Get into my token using this user. There is nothing correct at this token. Okay, the token we just get it from that. I'm going to cur with this authorization failed. Correct. And now we're going to get the logs from monolith. Okay. Let's open another terminal. Let's leave the F. And here we're going to be doing what? Here we go, it's logging while we are curling those APIs. Now I'm going to execute, get into the, I am inside the pod in this case. I'm going to ping google.com. Okay, let's exit. Here wouldn't do anything, it's just forwarding the monolith app. Okay, that's right, we are reaching on. And now we're going to talk about services, which are basically proxies for the workloads. Let's go into this folder. I want to see this servicing. There's that we're creating a pod, and later there's a volume. Okay, I will create a secret. We can get from kubectl get secrets. Okay, we just created one. We're going to create a config map. And the pod to secure the monolith. And now we check the services. There is no service yet. There is the servicing for the workload, perfect. Now we're going to create a firewall. Add that port. And what we do now, okay, created by a firewall. I'm going to check the instance of compute engine. In this case, I want to curl -k. Okay, that's my servicing. It's going in timeout. I will break it. I want to get my pods of Yap's monolith where the secure is enabled. There's nothing on that namespace. I'll create a label for that. Let's label it. And also I'm going to show labels. Perfect. And now I'm going to make it up to describe, okay, my endpoints, perfect. This doesn't work. Score that doesn't do any stuff. We're grabbing the endpoints. Checking again my compute engine. Okay. Let's do a curl over all the external IP address. These are my node pools. The first didn't work, didn't answer. Timeout 2. Now we're going to check one internal IP address. For the external, we go in timeout. First thing, I didn't specify the port. Alright, that's what I expected. Great, and the other node said also. That's all I'd like to share. The deployment done over my node sets. If you go to Compute Engine, you're gonna have all those machines we created. Okay. Here we have two services. One is exported. There's a node port with the port is 31000 or 31,000. All right. Here's my node port. It's not shown previously on that grid, but just to make sure what we're doing. The other is is a load balancer. All right. And this is the proxies for the workloads in case. Well, that's everything I would like to share. Now I'm going to share something about the authentication. This is my deployment. Casing height tower. Okay, no casing. And now we're going to deploy this auth. Also, we're going to creating. The service is automatically created. You're gonna come here, the auth is gonna be alright. It's a cluster IP. Now we're going to create hello deployment, also a service. Hello, instantly created. Now we're going to expose from front end configuration, and we are going to deploy front end deployment to create our pods and our services. Let's create our service. Now, once the front end is created, it's gonna have an external IP address. Once that is prepared, we're going to query that external IP address. Okay. You can call it from here. No, I can leave it. Also here, stay in the logs. Secure. Okay, that's what we deployed as front end, and that's all I'd like to share. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. So we expose two load balancers. Okay, bye bye.